Let's see. Maybe he's still a little chilly. All right, good morning, everyone. Let's give it a couple more minutes for everybody to get here. And then we'll go ahead and start. We can go over the schedule while we wait. Colin, let's go over the schedule here. So we checked off drop off and coloring. So next on our schedule is morning meeting. We're going to read a book. We're going to go over the schedule. We'll do some calendar. Then we have journals. Then math. And then, oh, because we're doing skeletons in science, that's why. And then we're going to have a break for snack and recess. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Islet. Then we're going to do science when we get back in from snack and recess, and we're learning about skeletons and bones in science. That's why I have on my skeleton earrings today. Ooh. Then we'll do some PE, and then fundation, then story time, and pack up and go home. So there's our schedule today. Because we've been learning about bones and skeletons in science, I thought this might be a fun book for us to do for morning meeting. And good morning, Isley.
Guess what? I have a book that's called Skeleton, and he doesn't know that he's a skeleton, and he has to get scared by his friend Ghost because he has to show him that he's a skeleton because he has the hiccups. And also, I did have a question, but now I forget.
Good cutting. Ooh, that sounds like a good book, Islet. Cool. So this one is a new book. I have not read this one yet, but Miss Blank, the other kindergarten teacher, said it was really good, and she thinks y'all will like it, okay? So she's letting us borrow it. So it's called Skeletons Are Not Spooky. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see here. All right, Ellie, let's get quiet so we can hear the book. Now, this is super important. Repeat after me. Skeletons are not spooky. Not spooky stuff. Rainbows, butterflies, avocados, narwhals, skeletons, marshmallows, socks, French fries. It was a list of things that are not spooky, and skeletons are on the list. Okay. In fact, skeletons do all the completely unspooky and fun things that you do every day. What should we do today? Says the skeleton. Like enjoying a nutritious breakfast of jam on toast with delicious earthworm smoothies. What? It says toe jam and earthworm smoothies. Ooh. Going to school with all their buddies. Like the skeleton's going to school with all of his monster buddies. So cute. And playing make-believe with all their favorite toys. Look how cute that skeleton's dressed up. Yes. Skeletons love getting snuggles from their mummy at nap time.
Oh, a mummy?
A mummy.
What?
And spider tickles always make them laugh. The spider's tickling the skeleton's ribs. It's true. Sometimes bath time can get a bit hairy because there's a wolf in the bath. And brushing teeth can get interesting. It says the jawbone's connected to the, because look, he took his jaw out to brush his teeth. Oh my goodness, that silly skeleton. Lena, your pencil box is about to fall, sweetie. You might want to move it over. Good. But every good skeleton knows to get a good night's sleep, after a bedtime story, of course. See, that's not very spooky. Skeletons are fun. And the skeleton says, let's boogie. And the most amazing, not at all spooky, fun fact about skeletons is, no matter where you're from, young or old, big or small, everyone has a skeleton. And it says, check it out. This is what your hand looks like. Those are all the bones in your hand. Your finger, yeah, I think there's about 27. And your finger bones are called phalanges. We all have a skeleton. Seriously. Look, there's the kid skeleton and the cat skeleton. So animals' skeletons look a little bit different, right? Depending on
Look at the cat. Did you see what he was doing?
The cat has his hands up. And the worm says, not me, because the worm doesn't have a skeleton.
Wait, worms don't have skeletons?
No. And it says, boo! Ha, just kidding. Ooh, our skeletons are made of bones, many of which have some pretty funny names. So there's your skull and your head, your phalanges. Whoa. All right, that was a fun book about skeletons. We'll have to say thank you to Ms. Blank for letting us borrow it. So let's see here. We went over the schedule. We read a book. Next for morning meeting is calendar time. So I'm gonna move over here for calendar. There we go. And let's take a look at our calendar. The month starts with an O. Do you remember what month it is? October. What letter does October end with? An R. So what sound does October end with? October. Thank you. Look at this month. We've done almost the whole thing. We just have a couple more days left. Ooh. Yesterday was October 26th. What comes after 26? What do you think? What do y'all think? You could just tell me. You think 27?
I think 20 everything.
Okay, Adeline, do you have your hand up? What do you want to say? Yes, Adeline says only a few more days until we wear our costumes to school, until Halloween. So let's figure out what shape our number 27 is today. We have pumpkin ghost witch. Pumpkin ghost. Yeah, y'all are telling me it's a witch. So here's my witch 27. A 2 and a 7 make 27. Now, let's count how many more days until we get to wear our Halloween costumes to school. Let's see. 1, 2. Only 2 more days until we celebrate Halloween at school. That's pretty fun. And then let's keep counting how many more days until Halloween. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more days until Halloween. It looks like we also have a full moon on Halloween. Let's check and see what kind of moon we're going to have tonight. We just figured out, I'm talking, Elliot. We just figured out that today was the 27th day in October. So the moon did all of this earlier in the month. Now we're on this day. Looks like it's almost a full moon. This will be tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and then Saturday, Halloween. That's when we have our full moon. So we'll be able to see a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more of the moon until it's a full moon this weekend. Pretty cool. All right, Isley, did you have your hand up? Are you raising your hand, Isley? Do you want to tell us something? Let's unmute yourself and you can tell us something or ask a question.
Well, I think like the way going to Halloween, there was smaller full moon.
Let's see, what did you say?
The way to go to Halloween on the moon calendar, there was a little smaller moon.
Yes, I'll show you again on this. Yes, you're right. It looks like there's full moons, right? A little bit before Halloween until we get to the real full moon. These look a little bit like full moons too. And they're almost full moons. They're like this close from being a full moon. Yep, you're right, Isley. Okay, now let's figure out but they're not real full moons until Saturday. Oh, now Charles has a question. Yes, Charles?
I want to say, every month, the first day of the month, we have a corner and I got platform.
Ooh, very cool. Yes, Colin? Colin, you have a question?
The moon is dark, and the moon don't matter what it is.
Okay. Yeah, let's put pull your nose up. Good, very good, Colin. Okay, let's figure out the month that it's gonna be after October, and it's almost this month. Let's see, here's October.
November.
Yeah, November, because look, there's the end, so it's almost November. That's awesome. And Harrison is our calendar helper this week. He gave us a new pattern today. First, let's do the new pattern by shape. You ready? Hexagon, rectangle, triangle. Hexagon, rectangle, triangle. Hexagon, rectangle, triangle. Hexagon would be next. Wonderful. Isley, is your hand up? Do you have something else you want to tell us?
I want to do that in color.
Oh, all right. Isley wants to do the pattern by color. Here we go.
Can we do it by number after?
Yes, first let's do it by color, then number. Here we go. Blue,
Then leather.
green, orange. Blue, green, orange. Blue, green, orange. Blue would be next. Okay, now we're going to do it by number and then letter. Here we go. First by number. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 would be next. And last way we're going to do it is by letter. You ready? A, B, A, B, C. A, B, C. A would be next. Nice job. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to figure out the day of the week. Let's point to the date, and we go all the way up to the day of the week. It starts with a T. Ta. Tuesday. Very good. Tuesday. So I'm going to move my arrow from Monday, that was yesterday, down to Tuesday. That's today. Let's do our weather while we're over here. So the season is still fall. It's going to be fall all the way until December. And then in December, it'll be winter. The weather is, it's cloudy and it's not warm anymore. Let's put warm back. What's the weather outside today? Cold. It's cold out there today. Let's look at the word cold. Cold. What sound does that start with? It starts with a C, a ka sound. Cold. Da. Yeah, it ends with a D. What sound? Cold. Da. Ends with a da sound. Okay, so the weather is cloudy and cold. We just have one last thing to do for calendar before we can check off morning meeting. It's our hundreds chart. Yesterday was our 42, our 42nd day of school. Ooh, Elliot thinks 43 because look, we're in the 3 row now. Let's see, 41, 42, 43. There we go. A 4 and a 3 make 43. That's right. We lift feet on the ground, please. So in this row that we're working on right now, how many numbers have we filled up already? 3. 1, 2, 3. How many more do we have to fill up this row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. And then we fill up that row. Okay, let's do some checking off on our schedule. I'm going to move back to my schedule over here. Let's see, morning meeting. We went over the schedule. We read a book. We did calendar. We are done with morning meeting. Next on our schedule starts with a J. What sound does a J make? Ja. Journals. So next is journals. All right, let's get those journals out, everybody. You ready for some writing? Okay. This is what your journals look like. So get journals and a pencil.
You don't need a journal.
I know, you already know. Journals and a pencil. Colin, journal, pencil. Get your journal out. Okay, but you can finish that when you're done with your journal. Yeah. And we're gonna turn to the next blank page in your journal. Y'all did so much great writing yesterday. Super good writing yesterday. And now we're gonna turn to the next blank page in your journal. Oh, thank you. You're all such good students. And now we're gonna write the date at the top of here. There we go. And we're gonna write as many words that start with the letter V as we can. A V sound. But first, let's write the date. So write your date, Wheeler. Okay, remember, here's our V for van. But first, let's write the date. And I will move my computer a little bit closer so you can see this. This is what you're gonna write at the top of your journal. All right, y'all, get some journal now. And, oh, you already got your journal out, Colin. Awesome. Nice.
I didn't see another one.
I know. I'll have to put another one today. That's a good idea.
We don't have any more water today.
Yeah, not in October.
I have the idea. I have the idea, Mr. Andrew, of where the one day could be on the costume one.
That would be fun, but I think we're gonna wait when we have a new calendar soon for November. I'll put some one today.
So one day could go here for one, and the one day could go here for the other. Come get what?
You're getting right to work. I love it. Anybody need help finding the right page?
You know what? Dad?
Yeah? Okay, I'll sharpen it. I'll sharpen it. Ooh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Does Mateo like to climb? October 27th. That was the date. Awesome. Y'all are ready. Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, we are ready. So, kids at home, how are we doing with that date? Oh, that's right.
Hey, Isley. What's that?
All right, so now that we're done writing the date, we are going to come up with as many words that start with a V as we can. Remember, V makes a
Violin.
V sound like van. V.
Violin.
Yes, raise your hand, raise your hand. Everybody raise your hand if you've got a word that starts with V, and I'll write them right here. I see tons of hands raised. Everybody at home, everybody in the classroom, so many hands, so you've got to be patient, okay? I promise I'll call on everybody eventually. Yes, Elliot?
And she's so anxious about how easy
Yes,
it goes.
P.E., you're right.
I
All right. Yes.
I know how to spell
Her
it.
best friend.
Yes, Colin, do you have a word that starts with V? V. Yes, Colin says van. Yep, van starts with a V. Nice one. Van. So remember, when we're writing our V's, make sure they have pointy bottoms, all right? And then, let's see, let's try to draw a picture of a van next to it so you know that says van. Y'all are being so patient. Okay, Isley, did you have a word that starts with V? What's your word?
Violin.
Yes, Isley says violin. Violin starts with a V. I bet Miss Burks maybe plays violin. Ooh, that's supposed to be a violin there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Keep on raising your hands and being patient. Y'all are being so patient. Elliot, do you have a word that starts with V?
Van.
Oh, yep, we got van. Wonderful, Elliot. Van. Charles, do you have a word that starts with V? Okay.
The vans make the wall.
Vroom? Yes! Oh my gosh, I love it. Charles says the word vroom. Vroom starts with a V. Yes. Vroom. And you could do maybe like a sports car or something that's going like vroom, vroom, or like a motorcycle. I'll draw like a little sports car.
No, a motorcycle.
Yeah, you could draw a motorcycle. That's a great one. Let's see. Catherine, do you have a word that starts with V?
Vine.
Yes, Catherine says vine starts with a V. Oh, Elliot, quietly raise your hand. A vine is a type of plant that grows really, really long. So a vine grows really, really long like that. And sometimes it wraps around things, a vine. Adeline, do you have a word that starts with V? A what? Oh, Leila, I couldn't hear Adeline even though she raised her hand. Oh, you're so close. Bonnet? Like a bonnet you wear on your head?
No, bonnet.
Bonnet?
Yeah.
I don't know that word. What is it?
Bonnet.
Oh, vomit, like throw up? Oh my gosh, yes, Adeline came up with an icky one. Do y'all want to know what it is? It's vomit. Oh, like you have a stomach ache and you get sick and you throw up. Vomit, gross. You're right, though, it starts with a V. Vomit.
One time, guess what? One time when me and my mom and my brother were leaving for the Christmas Carol, I had a really bad cough, but it wasn't like I was sick or anything. I had a really bad cough, so I did that.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Let's see. I'll draw somebody vomiting. Oh my goodness. Gross.
And
That's
I
a good
also
one,
have a
Adeline.
word that starts with
All
V.
right. Aya, what's your word that starts with a V?
Violet, like the flower, and also vulture.
Oh, wow. Two of them. So Aya says violet is a type of flower. They're beautiful flowers. It's also like a color type of purple. So we'll draw a flower for a violet. And also, Aya says vulture. It's a type of bird that eats dead animals. It's a big bird that eats dead animals.
I didn't see the dead animal part coming.
Yeah, they have long necks and they kind of have like big bodies. That's a vulture. Good one.
Oh, that's
Let's
cute.
see. Yeah, it is kind of cute. Vina, do you have a word that starts with V? Ooh, Vina says vegetable starts with V. I'm gonna write veggies. And let's see, I'll draw like a thing of broccoli. Very good. Oh, and the word venomous starts with a V also. Whoa, like some snakes are venomous and they have some poison in their mouth. And some snakes are non-venomous, which means if they bite you, nothing really happens.
Guess what?
Okay, yes, Aya.
Guess whose name starts with a V that just told you vegetable?
Wait a second. Whose name starts with a V in our class? Vina, yes. All right, venomous and Vina. Were you going to say that too, Charles? Okay, here's venom, like venomous, and we'll draw a snake. But remember, not all snakes are venomous, right? And then we could draw Vina, and we'll write Vina, because Vina starts with a V. Now that's, please, raise your hand. Now that's a capital V because it's her name, right?
Yeah, there's a capital V because there's somewhere in the name.
There we go. All right, y'all are being so patient. Elliot, what's your word that starts with V?
It's a connection.
Okay.
You said going, that's like a pumpkin or something. But it's different.
Yes, Elliot says pumpkins grow on vines too. You're right, Elliot. I love that connection. Ford, did you have a word that starts with V?
I want to tell you something about
Okay.
you know why snakes give down now?
Do I know why snakes what? Oh, why do snakes stick their tongues out a lot, Ford?
Because they smell with their tongue.
Ooh, they smell with their tongues like they taste the air, right? That's so cool. Man, snakes are amazing. All right, Wheeler, do you have a word that starts with V?
Venom, because
Yes, venom.
whoa, I never knew snakes smelled.
Wheeler, what else?
There's a bad one that's called Spider-Man called Venom.
Yes, there's also like an enemy of Spider-Man, right? Harrison, do you have a word that starts with V?
Venom.
What is it? Just V? Yes, just the letter V, that's true. Let's see, Vina? Oh, Vina says my name. The Vanderendy starts with a V. You're right. That's a capital V because that's my name. Isley, do you have a word that starts with V?
Vehicle.
Oh, that's a great one. Isley said the word vehicle. That's like a fancy word for a car. Yes. Elliot, please don't touch my decoration. Yes, let's see. I'll draw me for Vanderendy. And then Isley said vehicle starts with a V. That's a great
I never
word.
knew Vanderendy was such a long word.
I know, it's a long name, isn't it? It is. Okay, let's see here. Who other? Forge, you have a word that starts with V?
No, I just want to ask you. Yeah, I do not have a question.
Okay, you have a question?
Why do two capital letters in the name?
Yeah, that's a good question. Ford noticed that there's 2 capital letters in my name. That's weird. Normally with names, it's only the first letter that's capitalized, right? But I have 2. That is really weird. That's because my name it's really, really long, and it's a really common name for people that live in the Netherlands, which is a country all the way in Europe. And people in the Netherlands, a lot of names start with Vander, a lot of them. And sometimes the V is capital, sometimes the D is capital, and then sometimes the little last part of their name is capital too. It's just a weird way people do names in that part of the world.
Yeah, because my name only has 1 capital letter, and that's my first letter in my name.
Yeah, normally it's just the first letter of your first name and the first letter of your last name. Okay, Ford, what's your V word? Ooh, Ford says volcano. Volcano, that's right. Volcano. And we can draw a picture of a volcano. Maybe it's erupting out lava. Ah, okay. So, Charles, what's your V word?
It has a V in it, but it's
Harrison, get your journal. Oh, Charles said that it has a V in the word, but it doesn't start with a V. And he's right. It's the word Avengers. It has a V in it, yeah. Catherine, do you have a word that starts with V?
No, but there's 2 vans.
Yeah, there are 2 vans because we did a van and a vehicle. Yeah, so you could choose to do either one. You're right. Anybody else have a word that starts with a V? We have plenty. Ford, you have another one? Oh, yeah, vegetarian. People that don't eat meat. A vegetarian. Also, that reminded me of another one. I'll draw the person that doesn't eat meat.
What's the thing that's called? What's the thing that's called when the person eats balls?
When the person what?
When the person can eat both, because like I can eat both vegetables.
Oh, you're an omnivore. You eat vegetables and meat. You're an omnivore, yeah. Okay, Isley, do you have a word that starts with V?
I just want to tell you that you're wrong about vegetarian because
Oh.
they eat meat. Pescatarians don't eat meat.
Yeah,
Vegetarians don't eat meat.
so I think vegetarians eat like cheese and maybe eggs and things like that, but they don't eat like chicken or steaks or ham. But then I think pescatarians, they don't eat meat, but they do eat fish and seafood and things like that. I know, it's confusing. There's so many different types of people out there, right? Okay, saying the word vegetarian reminded me of another V word. It's the doctor for animals. Do y'all remember what a doctor for animals is called? Yeah, a vet or a veterinarian. So, all right, is that what you were going to say?
Guess what? When I was little, when I was like 4, I had a best friend named Fiona, and when it was her birthday, we gave her a vet set, and guess what? For a surprise, my mom gave me one too.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, Ford, do you have another V word?
Valentine's Day.
Oh, I love it. Ford says Valentine or Valentine's Day. Yes, that's another V word. Valentine. Maybe you could give somebody a Valentine on Valentine's Day. That is wonderful. Vina, do you have a V word? Oh, Vina says the word vest, like the thing that you put over your shirt, maybe if you're getting dressed up fancy or if you're really cold. Sure, a vest. And Catherine, do you have a word that starts with V?
Vacuum.
Oh, that's a great one. Yes, Catherine says the word vacuum starts with a V. Yes, like it's time to clean the house, time to vacuum. I'll do this one way up here at the top. There's 2 U's. Let me try. Yeah. Okay. And there's a vacuum. So, whoa, we have so many V words. I think we've got plenty. Let's start focusing on writing them. Remember, you can be writing your V words as I'm writing them up here, right? So everybody, let's get out those journals. Let's try to write as many of these V words as we can. All right, let's see how many Adeline's written so far. She wants to show you her journal. She wrote the date. She did van and what is this one? Oh, and vine. Wonderful. And she did some great illustrations. Nice job, Adeline. Yes, Wheeler.
I have one.
Okay. Oh, then quietly raise your hand, Elliot. Yes, Wheeler. Okay. Elliot, what was that flower that's in front of the school? Remember? It starts with a V? Vinca. Ooh, Elliot learned yesterday that there are some flowers that grow in front of the school, and they're called vincas.
And I heard, and I found out that only the white ones.
Yeah.
That's
Oops, that's okay, Vina, no problem. All right, let's focus on writing as many of these V words in our journals. Write as many as you can. All right, so you write vinca in your journal for V. You can draw a vinca and trace it if you want to. You can do a white one and a pink one. That's a great one. Yeah. Perfect. You could trace vinca too. Awesome, Elliot. Yes, Quincy? Vase? Yeah. Oh, like a vase? Yeah, like a flower vase? Yeah, if you wanted to do that one.
I remember what one I was.
Oh, what was it? Yeah, vest, like a life vest. That's a great one. And let's see how many people have written in their journal. Adeline wrote 2 words, nice tracing. And Colin, which 2 words do you have in your journal? Van? Okay, and I love when you do a picture of a van. So how do we spell van? What does it start with? V. Van. Beautiful illustration. Nina, don't forget to do some writing too. Keep going, keep going. Good job cleaning up, Nina. That was a big mess you cleaned up. Nice writing, Charles. Very good writing, Harrison. You can be done. Yay, you can put it away. Yes, vacuum has 2 U's. It's a weird word, yes. It's a weird one. Yeah, there's a Vinca. I wrote it in your journal. You could trace it. You already did some great Vinca drawing. Yeah. It has all the letters, baby. Yes, Kelly, good job raising your hand. Sure. What doesn't connect to a what? Oh. Yeah, that's okay. No big deal. It still works.
It can get picked up.
Yeah, but we can just leave it.
I did not know vegetarian was second.
Yeah, it is a long word, isn't it?
What can get picked up?
Part of the AC is kind of broken.
I got it when it's like 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay, should we spend a couple more minutes on journals before we start math?
It's already nap time.
It's almost nap
And
time.
it also has fun too.
All right, so we're going to spend a couple more minutes working on our journals, writing as many V words as we can. Then we'll start math. Couple more minutes for journals.
Alright. And here is
Yep, there's snack and recess.
go to.
For science.
I got it.
I love how you colored in Wanda, Colin. Whoops, let's clean it up.
Family. Family.
Go ahead and clean it up. I'll help you. Good job putting your journal away, Ellie.
I did motorcycle. I did motorcycle for a vehicle. Family. I did motorcycle for a vehicle.
Okay.
Family. I know how to do it. Hey. That bell down.
There we go. Good job cleaning you.
Family.
Yep, you could be done. I saw your 2 words. Looks good.
Don't put the toy out because that's going to be
Oh,
I'm done. Family.
looks good. Awesome. Looks great. And that's a great being in it. Nice writing, Mila.
Miss Wendy,
Yes, Isley.
I filled up my journal.
Yes, do you know that there is another journal in the mail on the way to your house, Isley? Yes, and there's a journal on the way to Aya's house. There's a journal on the way to Catherine's house. There's a journal in the mail on the way to Finn's house, too.
Why is there another journal on the way to my house?
Well, it's still in the mail. It's going to take a couple days.
Why is there another journal coming? I don't know.
Well, because I think y'all are about to start filling up your journals. Like Isley already filled up her journal. So there should be a journal coming in the mail in just a couple days. Okay? All right, y'all. You did some awesome writing this morning for V words. Yes, Nina. You can come up and look at them if you want. So if you're still working on writing your V words, that's okay. You can keep working on them. But if you're done, you can go ahead and put your journals away. And I'm going to check off journal on our schedule. We just have one more thing to do before our break. It's math. So if you're done with your journals, go ahead and get your pencil and your math books out. Pencil and math books. Okay. Violet is right here.
Quentin's here. Look,
Oh,
Miss Van
there's
Zandt.
Quentin. Hi, Quentin. You're so adorable, Quentin. Okay, so let's see.
Look, Miss Van Randy.
Very nice writing, Aya. Let me make your screen a little bit bigger so I can see it. Oh, Aya, you wrote a bunch. That is amazing. Nice work, sweetie. And Ford wants to show you his journal too. He's got the date, van, and vine. Nice illustrations there, Ford. Here you go. Vase is, well, we didn't write vase up there, but it is in your coloring morning. Okay, so in these math books, and Catherine, let me see your journal. Wonderful, Catherine. Lots of nice writing. It's your dark orange math textbooks. Colin, get your dark orange math textbook out. And a pencil. Oh, thank you, Ford. And we're going to turn to page 67, a 6 and a 7. Page 67. Page 67, a 6 and a 7. Yes, I will in just a minute. Okay, so we are also going to be using, please stop talking. We're also going to be using either your bear counters or your blocks, whichever one you'd like to use, and your 10 frames. So either your bear counters or your blocks, whichever one you'd like to use, and your 10 frame. And I'm going to use my document camera so you all can see really, really well.
Miss Van Randy, I can't find my 10 frame.
That's okay. You could just use a piece of paper and write 10 squares on it. Or you could just use your blocks. Either one is fine. But if you have your 10 frame, you can go ahead and get it out. It's in there somewhere. Look for it. You're going to need a pencil, your 10 frame, you are going to go to page 67, a 6 and a 7, and I will help y'all find the page in just a minute. Oh, then keep looking for it till you find it.
Miss Van Randy, I can't get a piece of paper because if I get a piece of paper, I'll ruin my Halloween skeleton because it's not glued together yet.
Okay, no problem. You really don't have to. You could just get your bear counters or blocks out. That's fine if you don't have them on a piece of paper. No big deal. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Get your pencil out, and it says count and write how many. Keep looking, Harrison. Just keep looking till you find it, sweetie. And let's see. Let's count the snails. You can't find what?
10 snails.
Yeah, let's see. You say that everybody's saying there's 10 snails. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. So we're going to put 10 bear counters in our 10 frame. to match those 10 snails.
Miss Vanderendy.
Yes. Yes,
is
Isley.
it okay if you take a picture of the board, like the big huge board with all of the Z words? Because I'm still writing and I haven't even read it yet.
Oh, sure. How about this? Right after math, I'll put that back up, okay? I'll put it back up for you right after math, okay? Okay, so we have 10 snails. So let's write the number 10 in there. Number 10 is a 1 and a 0. Colin, did you write a number 10? Nice. Okay, now let's count the rabbits. Let's see how many rabbits there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 rabbits, so let's put 7 counters on our 10 frame. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, Colin, if you need to erase them. And we're going to write 7. Nice job.
8 wolves.
Ooh, really? Well, it's right up there. You can look up on the screen.
There's 8 turtles. 8 turtles. 9 total, I think. But I counted them.
Yeah, we'll get there. Don't worry, we'll get there. We'll do it together. Okay, now let's count the turtles together. Let's figure out how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9.
9 turtles. Okay, let's put 9 in our 10 frame.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 wolves.
Okay, so let's write the number 9 next to the turtles because there were 9 turtles.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 7. There's 7 wolves. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. There's 8 wolves. There's 8 wolves. There's 8 wolves.
Okay, now I know you're telling me there's 8. All right, let's count them and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're right, there's 8 wolves. I'm going to put 8 bear counters on my 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now I'm going to write a number 8. 2 circles on top of each other. I did do a snowman number 8. 2 circles on top of each other. Nice work, everybody. Very good work with math today. Okay, let's go ahead and put your bear counters back in your bag. And Isley, I'll get your V words back up for you in a second. Let's go ahead and put your bear counters back in your bag. Yeah. Nice work with those number practice today. Okay, so Isley, they're your V words right back up there. And before we do the V words, Isley, one more thing. Let's do some checking off on our schedule. Let's check off math. Y'all did a nice job writing some numbers. Next on the schedule is a break. Kids at home have a break. Kids at school, we got snack and recess. When we come back, we're going to be doing science. So I'm going to leave this Zoom up for science. And then Isley, if you want to look at the V words, you can. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself and we will see you after the break for science. Bye everyone. Bye Catherine, bye Isley, bye Finn. Bye Aya.
Miss Vanderandy.
Yes, Isley.
Can you please not turn off your camera for your break, please?
Yes, I will keep my camera on during the break. I'm gonna mute myself so we won't bother you, but I'm gonna keep the camera on, okay? All right.
Mommy, look. Look.
Oh, wow, you're learning really good words.
I said to Miss Vanderandy that if I wasn't done writing, I told her to keep on her camera.
Oh, okay.
That must be it.
Chill.
Okay. Did you find what you needed out of this? What did you find the right button?
Ooh, what is this? Did you write that? Wow. Veggies? Yes.
Yes.
Is that a carrot?
No.
Not a carrot?
This is Atticus.
Hey, Atticus, nice to meet you.
This is Davy.
I would shake your hand. I know
Yeah,
we're just
like,
doing the
totally.
whole.
We can show you some video games like Mortal Kombat.
That'll be fun. Thank you.
I don't think she's allowed to play Mortal Kombat.
Of course, Daddy.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably you
Have
should
y'all had breakfast?
they're eating waffles right now.
Nice.
Yes.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Yes, Isley has not brushed her hair yet, as you can see.
Your home is very lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Very
Thank
Want
you.
to see the upstairs?
Oh, we haven't just shown lights.
That's fun.
And have you not noticed that
Is this her art gallery?
Oh my goodness. Your art is beautiful. I love the color you chose. And look at all those dogs. Nice job. And can you tell me what the dog's names are?
This is Millie. This is Purple. This is
Okay, let me see if I got that. Millie has the pink collar.
Millie.
Um,
Also has the blue
infection in the ears, so that's why her ears are all greasy with the medicine.
My dog loves to, like, y'all have to show you some pictures of my dog.
And she's very fat because even though she's on a diet, she's breaking into the cupboard.
Oh, see, I like my food.
So that's why I just this time here, I haven't seen her to close it.
Close that door. Hey, our son loves you. So lovely.
I think you left some in my car. So, well, let me show you the fish tank.
Oh, I saw that.
This is my we're trying to.
What is this? Immaculate. Yeah, we certainly did.
Okay, so okay, so if this water line ready to go, then this thing turns on.
Like, okay.
But if this is your stopper, we can start using it. So just get out of it.
Okay.
And then also the water over here has to stay at 8 inches. Right now,
I'm sorry.
that water has to stay at 8 inches.
Okay.
And it's not right now, so I have water from this line going into it. So I'll be like texting you and adding it to a certain point. Turn it off. You know that turn it off. Great. But you might have to
Make sure I'm gonna try my dog make sure I have it on me.
okay.
Ooh.
She'll give you all the treats that you could ever want.
Oh my
Come on, Isley. Isley, I know you're excited. Let me talk to her real quick, and then you can give her a tour when I'm done, so I can go to the hospital.
Okay.
Okay. So this, if you see Isley or Isley leaving trash around the house, just remind them of this sign. It helps them when they have someone other than you that mom says.
Of course. And trash can is where? Just for my brain.
by the bird cage.
Awesome.
The bird often comes out.
Really?
Yeah, she flies all around the house.
Oh, wow.
Probably for the first week, you just want to leave her in there. But if Isley was to let her out or something, just be sure you close that door quickly because she's really interested
Thank you
in
for the
going
signs.
outside.
Yes.
Yes.
I really appreciate the signs. That's perfect.
She's really interested in going. These are all the things I tell each other all day.
Perfect.
So, she a couple of years ago she flew away.
How did she get back in the cage?
Well, we found her. She was at Serrano's eating chips on the porch off of some man's plate because tortilla chips are her favorite food.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
And we had it all over Facebook and everything because someone was like, "Is this your bird?" But she had this like big chunk of feathers taken out of her neck. She had definitely been attacked by some other bird. And so for a while she stopped being interested in escaping because that was not a fun experience.
Yeah, no. She was like, I didn't like
But
that.
now she seems to be a little more interested in trying that out again. So
Okay.
we've been trying to shut the door quickly. She'll kind of go sit on these curtains and then wait for us to. Yeah. Try to go.
Swoop out.
Yeah.
Does she?
She does. She usually does on top of the cabinet. So as y'all get used to being here, we'll start to let her out more. But this puppy wants to eat her, so that's why I can't trim her wings.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
because usually you trim her wings so that they could only fly low, so that if they did get out, you could catch them. Well, I can't do that because then the dogs will eat her.
Yeah, no. And then you have to watch out for hawks outside with this one.
Yes.
And
And so
you wear
we haven't ever seen
child.
That's her child.
Yes. That you are a very, very good mama to that
Addie,
baby.
what were you
She
saying?
loves you.
What? I think Millie and Gracie both want to eat.
Yeah, Millie has gotten her before.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, and she dropped all of her tail feathers and ran and got away, but that was when her wings were trimmed. So then that's why I stopped trimming.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that you'll notice here on the sign, look, you're doing exactly the rules. You're rinsing your plate and putting it on the right side. That's very good.
Fantastic.
Okay.
I love
So. Yes,
Oh my
and
God.
Isley actually wrote all that, and she did.
Oh, they're not unicorns. I'm really sorry. I thought I was a unicorn.
They go together. So the schedule for today is over there.
Oh, perfect.
I'll give you
So
a little.
she's in this program right now called Wonders and Worries, where it's like a
Mom,
person
let
from
me do a tour.
not right now. So like a child life specialist, you know what that is? Like at the hospital where they explain things to children?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so from 10 to 10:30, that lady's gonna talk to her.
Okay.
And so then after that, she'll get back onto school.
Okay, perfect.
And if she doesn't want to do PE, that's okay. If y'all like go on a walk, or like if she's exercising or something, or if she goes outside, or does something like that during PE time.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll show you all these
Please,
and how to do this.
That'd be great.
And then the lady also sent me a text that I was going to forward to you of all the things. Like every Tuesday morning, she sends me a text of what we need to have.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So let me see.
Please.
Okay, it's time for the tour.
Almost.
Exactly.
There's
But I read
still
all the
a
time.
I still have to learn some very important things. So I know
This is
what your
trash.
routine
You
is,
need to
okay?
come pick up this trash and put it in.
And then, after I know all those things, then it will be time for a tour, I promise.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you. Oh, that was a double high five. Thank you. All right, I'm going to go talk to your mom now, okay?
So this is the box of stuff. So whatever she's asking for, it should be in here. So
Oh,
this
easy
the
peasy.
lady mailed us all this.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, nice.
Really, really
Yeah.
nice.
So I got all that in the mail.
And I already did the skills the first day, so we can go.
Yes, that's true.
Is there a station that she prefers to work at?
She usually works here. This is her little
Awesome.
territory here. So this is school. They're on break right now because they're at the playground.
It's an hour break.
I know, it's really crazy. So
Yeah,
the email.
It's like an hour break.
So the email, be really quiet, Isaac, because it's tricky to learn. We have to look for this lady, Michelle Martin, the Ring Central meeting.
Okay.
So this is the Ring Central meeting link.
Okay.
So then we go to it. That's what the app looks like. We say we want to join it. And then we say, okay, you can see our camera. Okay, you can use our microphone. And then it would connect if it was our turn.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not really right
Okay.
now.
So
So
it's
that's that app, but you don't really have to ever go into it. You just go into the email.
mail,
and
click
do
on the link.
Right. And that's Isley's email, so it goes directly to her each week.
Great.
And then Isley,
You
that's
can
how Isley
also
calls her
call.
friends. So yeah, we can put a picture of Davy on there. If you get a picture of her, then you'll be able to call her.
We'll take a picture.
And then school is a little more tricky. So Isley, be quiet. It's on Safari. So right now I have this tab schedule and lesson plans.
Great.
This is today. So this is the link that we were just on. So you tap on it, like if you were to go here, if you tap on this blue part, come on thing,
So
then this comes up and you have to tap on that again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So this says all the things they're doing. Like it says today, they're gonna make a skeleton of something. And so, okay.
Thank you.
So over here, anything that I had to this is like the folder of this week and what I had to print out. So there's dice in here. It looks like at some point they're gonna make a dice game, but this is all of her stuff for school specifically. So
Great.
this box.
First meeting's over here, and then
Yes.
school's over here. Got
Yes.
that?
And then the whole school schedule is here.
It's right here.
So if you're wondering, but the PE, I do let her skip PE.
Okay, which looks like, no, that's recess and snack right now. PE is going to be from 10:50 to 11:20. We'll see how the
Yes.
weather is.
So at 10:25, you need to get back on for science.
Science.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
reading books about bones today. Very nice. And then this is.
Okay.
Oh, and then it's story time. And then, dismissal. Okay.
Yeah.
So, great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But she usually just skips at 12.
Okay.
Mom, are we ready for
Yeah, almost. Now remember, you still have to brush your hair today at some point. Okay? So Isley knows where all of her clothes are. A lot of her clothes are in my closet because her room is actually an office. It's not supposed to be a bedroom. Okay. She doesn't have a closet. So she can show you how to go in there and get whatever. It's just all the doors that have those signs have to be shut. Perfect. Because the puppy's been going in there and she thinks that my rugs in my bedroom are grass.
Yeah,
Every day I've been washing them. So Atticus often is in there too, and the kids just, they're not used to it yet with the puppy remembering to shut it, because we didn't used to shut it before we had the puppy.
Right, yeah. Getting into that habit. So you did say puppy needs to go out about
About every hour, yeah. And then this is all Ice's art stuff in here. And then she has like a little kitchen out there. Yes, that's all of her. This is her slime collection.
Ooh, I make some good slime, girl.
Yeah, she knows where all the slime supplies are, so if you want to make slime. We put the puppy in here whenever we leave.
She might want to eat the dog food.
But the 2 other dogs are fine.
They're fine. Okay, well, it's just. Yeah, so that most days come in the house first. So we just like anytime we're gonna push the button, we look where's the dog first. Yeah. Here. So if you want to walk here, I can just play with my hair. She's there so that you know that she wants to do all that. About it. Wow. You can take her on a walk with you.
My ringer is on, so we will all hear it.
Atticus will probably be upstairs. I don't think you're following the rules so well. You rinsed the whole.
I'm not a 4-year-old.
Look at
You're doing great.
what kind of smoothie is that?
Just like peas, strawberries, protein powder, and mangoes.
That sounds delicious.
So Atticus, if you go on a run, just make sure that you put your location on and just tell Davy that you're on a run, okay? And you probably won't, because she's only here till 2:30. I think you have school. Okay. But and then at 11:05, when you have your break, that's when you're getting all this recycling out and adding to the dishes. Okay. Okay.
Sweet. I'm just gonna take another peek at the fridge just to make sure I'm good with all that information before you take all. 10 o'clock, if we're over there, I'm gonna start prepping her supplies. 20 minutes until bed.
Awesome. Davy's reading your schedule, so your turn next.
You have 20 minutes until your first activity, all right?
Yeah, in 20 minutes, you're going to talk to that lady that sent you all the candy. She's a pretty cool lady, huh?
Oh, yeah. Let me see your dress. What's on your dress? Are those ponies? Oh, I like those. I mean, this one with the brown spot. I like that. Ooh, are those white and pink?
I like orange short
Oh, I don't think I can do that. Let's see what you're gonna need.
Isley, like for lunch, there are beans, there's popcorn tofu, there's the chicken that Granny made, there are mangoes. Okay? You have, if you want yogurt, it's up here. And there's salami in here.
Mom, you're giving her the toys.
This has gluten, okay? You don't eat those. Those are for Papa. You get sick if you eat them.
I do the tour now.
Okay, nuts, gluten-berry eggs, Isley oats, gluten-berry eggs. Yep. What it. Your hair's so
A lot of
soft.
things, right?
No worries at all.
Okay.
No worries at all.
Now it's time time for the tour.
And none of us can eat mac and cheese, and I had to make all that for the hospital, and my husband couldn't eat it, so if you like mac and cheese. Oh my goodness, we can't eat it too. We'll just
I really appreciate that. Thank you. Let's look at the time. We have 19 minutes before we got to start your phone call. We have 10 minutes for a tour. Are you ready? All right. Take me on a tour. 10 minutes.
Okay,
Here we
well,
go. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Okay, you too.
So here we have
She's giving me a tour.
What is your favorite flavor of Saint?
Oh, my favorite flavor
Thanks, kids.
The pink one? Is it strawberries maybe?
Which one?
Oh, so good. So good. So good. Okay. So those are where the smoothies are. Thank you.
So I'm just gonna warn you, it's not.
Oh no. You tricked me. It looks like a pumpkin.
Hey, Atticus. And pretty soon I'm going to tell you to turn the water off behind the washer. You remember how, right?
Thing on the left, turn it.
Yeah, just turn it to the left. Can you put an alarm on your phone to do it after this class?
Hey Siri.
Or like in an hour?
I'll just do it after the class.
Isley, come here, and I forgot to give you your medicine. Hey, Isley, come here, honey. Isley, come here. I need you to take some medicine. Yep.
Is it Lizzie?
Yes, it's Lizzie.
Yay, the sleep medicine.
Did he come out?
Uh,
Okay.
And that will always be for you.
Yeah.
Probably. I'll let you know if I need you to do it.
Perfect.
I just forgot to do it before breakfast. We just do a lot of like homeopathic remedies. Atticus thinks I'm crazy, but you know, works for me.
You work in the morning.
Well, you have to get the supplies ready for when you have your conversation with
Miss Michelle.
Sure, Miss Michelle, yeah. So cinnamon candy. You want to smell it? Smells like cinnamon. Smell it. That's that's a lot of cinnamon candy.
This was a free thing we signed up for, but when I got on that email, I was like, ooh, I don't know. This is exciting and all, but do you need this much candy?
A teaspoon of rice. Now I'm very interested in what is happening. No, that's sea salt.
I'm gonna show you the rest
Oh,
of
there's
my
probably
mouth.
no rice. We'll have to do that.
I'm gonna show you
It's
the
only a
rest of
teaspoon, so just literally a little tiny bit.
I'm gonna show you the rest.
Yeah, this giant bag of rice.
In 5 minutes, okay? Thank you so much.
That's so long.
Sorry, it's a little.
Oh, no, not at all. I had my coffee and water this morning.
Okay.
Little
Hey, Dad.
corn syrup. You just want to point me in that direction.
Yes, I do.
Wow.
I'm getting you.
This thing on the- Oh my. Come on. No, I need to get Hubble outside before he poops or pees on the floor. Mom!
Yeah, what's wrong?
I wanted the more Hubble to pees on the floor.
If it gets too cold, then maybe I should. My dad's coming by right now. I'll ask him if he can.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I never have to do that. I don't know if you have to buy a pilot
Yeah.
or what in this house. I lived here for no one lived here for a couple years.
Actually, can you give me a tissue?
It just says oil or corn
Actually,
syrup. So this is gonna be perfect. Yeah, either or. And then one more thing, 2 Ziploc bags.
Okay, they're gonna be.
Easy breezy. Awesome.
And I think there's plain ones here.
Hey, Daisy.
Yes, ma'am. We still have 2 more minutes. 3 more minutes till we finish the tour.
1, 2.
That was 2 seconds. You're clever though.
Right.
All right, so we're almost done. These are all the supplies we need. Are there any more just cute little containers so I can prep these guys?
They're somewhere in that cabinet below you there, right?
Great, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Perfect.
That was me when I was 2. I used to have 1.
And your hair was longer. You got your hair cut. I like it. I really like your short hair. My hair was short, but it grew. My hair grows really fast. Did your hair grow fast?
Yeah. It took like 1,000,000 years until it grew that long.
Really?
Yeah. And I really miss it.
I like, is that an Elsa costume? Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite song from Frozen? Yes.
It's called Show Yourself.
Ooh,
Frozen 2.
You see, I haven't seen Frozen 2 yet. I've only seen the first Frozen. And I loved it. All right, so we got our marshmallows.
Then I'll show you the next Frozen.
Okay, Isley. Grandpa's coming in here in a minute, so we're gonna talk to him in a minute. But Isley, look at you. I want you to remember that Baby's here for Atticus too, and y'all gotta check on him too, okay? Don't take all of her attention, okay? Can you share a little bit? Great. Don't forget to drink this because it has your vitamins. Okay?
And then we only need what?
Yeah, man, this lady knows how to be popular.
Oh, yes.
Send the kid like 10 packages of candy in there.
Yeah.
Of course, they'll want to come to the appointment.
Oh, we're over. 12 minutes. So we are ready for the rest of the tour. You ready to give me the tour? Let's do it. But when your grandpa comes, you gotta stop and talk to him, okay? Atticus, you good? Your mom mentioned the fish tank. I'm going to just rely on you. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Oh, Rosie, how you doing, baby?
That looks like Atticus.
Hey, Grandpa.
You got Atticus here. Look what I got for Atticus.
News.
Kiss.
He went to a special store to get you those kids.
Just for you. He's not talking.
Sorry, I'm in school. I'm having to like multitask. Thank you.
So, can you hear me, Atticus?
Yeah.
In your room, there's a smoke alarm. She says disconnected. What does that mean?
Hey,
No battery in it? Or?
yeah. No, a dead like
pulled it out of the wall halfway.
It's the kind that's wired into the
Yeah.
house.
Hanging by the wire.
Did you disconnect the wire? Huh?
Well, the wire's hanging here, right?
I think it might still work.
Yes. Lulu? Or Mavis? Thank you.
You know, I think it's still working.
You think so?
He just pulled it down. He probably thought he was going to put a battery in it, and then he realized it doesn't take batteries.
Oh, so you think it still works?
The thing to do is to take a match and go up there and light it and let the smoke, you know, it's,
The alarm's been off. Hey, was it good that I turned off the alarm? Or is there a real emergency? Okay. Okay.
Is there some pictures?
Oh, I don't know. He's having a bad day. Okay, I'm glad you're okay.
No. Okay. Oh,
Well, I would do it later, like in the afternoon when you're leaving, enter it. Or you could do it again right now. No, it probably just, one of the buttons probably just got stuck when you were doing it, and then it was already in like a funk. You know, it'll probably work if you do it now. But if you're too shaken, you know, shaken up to try it right now, you can just try it later this afternoon and verify that it works. You know, especially when someone else is there, that way they can put their foot in if they need to. Also, if you did it when someone else is there, like if you waited, well, I don't know, I guess you never see the other teacher when you want to so set. So I was gonna say if there was another employee there, they could be there so it could be but yeah. But yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'm also gonna
what's it?
where we like to go.
Oh, interesting.
Well, it takes an hour to leave.
And she's already gone out.
Sometimes it just gets off and then, yeah.
But we wear a top.
Yes, you may. Oh, right.
Dad?
There was a ladder.
Oh, okay. Are you going to go fix it right now? Okay, well, I love you. I'm going to the hospital.
Rosie, come here. Good
Well, not a
girl.
match, but I have a lighter. I only have a lighter.
Give me a lighter and a
Do you need
little
shoes before you go outside? No shoes? It's kind of cold out there.
Okay.
Is this tied into?
Yeah, but they'll call me and talk to me if it goes off. And then
They won't send the fire.
no, they'll first call.
Their plate.
What's your bird's name?
locks.
Oh, those look soft. Super
Yeah, her
soft.
hair is more soft
All right, it's almost time. So can you take all of ooh. Can you be my helper? Okay. We need to take
I'll
these.
take the marshmallows.
Thank you. Put them in front of your iPad, please.
Okay.
Awesome. We also need rice. I don't know what for. We'll find out soon. Here's some rice. Wee wee. And then we also are gonna need
I tasted one marshmallow and they're crunchy.
a crunchy marshmallow.
Mm-hmm.
That's silly.
Yeah.
You need 2 bags. So we're gonna give you 2 bags. And you also need corn syrup. But I'm gonna get a bowl and maybe a spoon because I don't know what we're gonna do today.
Okay, do we have to do it now?
Do you know where the spoons are? I know, this is your house. Where are the spoons? Can you please show me where the spoons are? Fantastic. Thank you. And then I'm gonna get your mom friend those little
Can
containers.
you not believe I am the greatest in the world to use a hot glue gun?
You can use a hot glue gun?
Yeah. Even though I get a hot burn bubble, I just run to get my skin. I am professional.
We're gonna be great friends. I can already tell. Okay. I love your area. This is all your markers. What else? Ooh. Is this lavender? Not lavender. I'll have to ask your mom what it, do you know what it is? No, it's beautiful. Colored pencils. Yes, for colored pencils. These. Oh, those are special treasures. I love
I
these.
found them at the beach.
Oh, I love special treasures. And then you have all your school stuff here. Fantastic. Oh, and jelly pens. Fantastic.
And as you can see, I am an artist.
You are an artist. Now tell me, as an artist, do you prefer working with paints or do you prefer working with a pen?
Markers, paint, pen.
Everything? All in one? You are an artist. Very, very good. I can't wait. We're going to have to make some art later. All right, here we go. Time for our meeting.
I'll do the research.
Michelle. Hey, Dogo! What's going on? No.
Hey, Bonzo.
All right.
Look.
So we're going to go
Gun match.
to
Oh, he said I was hungry.
here. Awesome. Go here.
You just reminded me of a show called
helm on. Yeah, we will in just a minute. Okay. Yes, we will. I'm going to explain what we're going to do for science today. All right, let's do some checking off on our schedule here. So we are going to, oh, Elliot, I'm talking. We're going to check off snack and recess. Next on our schedule is science and then PE. Okay, hello Finn, hello Catherine, hello Aya. So we just checked off snack and recess. So next on the schedule, science. Let's talk about what we are going to do for science today. We've got a fun science. So I am going to read a book for science about skeletons and bones. We are going to watch a brain pop about bones. And we're going to do some more of these guessing the bones, which animal this is, okay? So that's what we're going to do for science. Now, while we're doing all that, you all can be working on this skeleton. You can be working on cutting out all the bones, and then you can try to put them together where they belong on a piece of construction paper. So you can print out your skeletons and glue them where they belong on your construction paper. You can make your own little skeleton. All right, so while I'm reading our book about bones, while we're watching our brain pop about bones, you all can cut out your skeleton and try to glue it together where the bones belong. Okay? All right, so we're gonna start with our brain pop about bones. Then we're going to read our skeleton book. And while we're doing all that, you all can be cutting out your skeleton and figuring out where they belong. Okay? All right, I'm going to put the brain pop on. Colin, are you cutting out your skeleton? Just, you can glue it back together on the construction paper. Great, so cut out each bone on the dotted lines.
I can't believe it. I'm not allowed to skateboard for a whole month, all because I broke my arm. Not exactly. I fractured a bone inside my arm. What is a bone? Let's find out. Moby, you're not allowed to take pictures. Those are dinosaur bones. Dinosaurs, people, and some animals have bones. Nope, plants don't have bones. Bones come together to form a skeleton. Without your skeleton, we'd look like a puddle of ears, eyes, and hair. Your skeleton works with your muscles to help you move, and bones help protect important parts. What are bones made of? Cut it out. When I fractured my arm, my doctor explained that bones are alive. They grow and change, just like all living things. Bones are made of different layers. The first layer has all the nerves and blood vessels that help the bones grow. The second layer is really hard and smooth. The third layer is spongy, but it's still pretty hard. The middle of the bone has marrow. Marrow is really important because it makes blood cells. Luckily, when you break a bone, it can heal. The body starts to connect the pieces of the bone together. It's a little soft at first, but soon the bone heals and becomes hard. My doctor told me that people have over 200 bones. Well, I don't know all of them, just the important ones. What are some important bones? The skull is the set of bones inside your head. It protects the brain. The rib cage is the set of bones that are in your chest. It protects your heart and lungs. The spine is made up of special bones called vertebrae. It holds your entire body up and protects the spinal cord. Right, the hands also have bones, and they connect to your arm bones. The joints are special places in the body where bones connect, and some joints can move and bend, like in the elbows and knees. Since we have so many important bones, it's really important to take care of them. But how can we take care of our bones? Now that my cast is off, I can finally have some fun. Thanks. I almost forgot. A helmet. It's really important to wear a helmet whenever you skate, horseback ride, snowboard, or ride your bike. I also wear elbow pads, knee pads, and wrist guards. That way I keep my arms, knees, and hands safe. I don't want to fracture my arm again now, do I? Right, and dairy foods are important too. Your bones need calcium to stay strong and healthy. I'm so glad I got my cast off. Now my arm is as good as new. Uh-oh, Moby. Looks like you broke your arm. It's gonna take weeks to heal. Maybe not.
Okay, good. Colin, did you glue your skeleton down?
Moby, you could have said hours ago that if I break my arm, it will.
Let's see. Okay, there we go. We got everybody back. Okay, so are y'all working on your skeletons? You're working on cutting them out and gluing them together. Hi, Isley. So Isley, we're just doing some science. We're gonna read a book about skeletons. So this book is called Skeletons. Let's see. Your skeleton provides the framework of your body. Like the beams of a building, it's made up of more than 200 bones. Your muscles are attached to bones. They work together to help you move. Without them, you could not run, walk, or swim. In a museum, you may see dry and white bones. Bones inside people, however, are moist and brownish. The hard outer part of the bone is the compact bone. It's heavy and strong. The inner part is the spongy bone. Like a sponge, it has lots of spaces, which make bones fairly lightweight. Yes. Hips and shoulders have ball and socket joints. The top end of the upper leg, the bone is rounded like a ball. It fits into a cup-shaped socket in your hip. This allows your leg to have a wider range of movement. The skull protects your brain. It's made up of 28 bones. 8 bones cover the brain, making the cranium. So there's our skull, and skulls protect the brain. And I want to show you some different types of skulls. This is the skull of, I think it was either a deer or a goat. You can see that's where the brain was, right in that hole. So this hard outer part protected the animal.
Where did you find those?
I find these outside just when I'm hiking around, camping or hiking, and then I wash them really, really well. And then this is the skull of maybe a deer or a goat also. I'm not exactly sure. But you can see this is where the eyes were. This is the skull that protected the brain. The brain was right in there. Good job, Colin. This is the skull of a fox. It's much smaller. You can see this is where the eyes were. This is the part of the skull that protected the brain. You can see that's where the brain was, right in there. Okay, and then I also have some bird skulls. Look at this bird skull. This is the skull of a vulture. We said the word vulture in journals today started with a V, right? Look at something about the bird skull. It has a beak. Look at that. Bird skulls have beaks. There's where the eyes were. And you can see this is where the bird's brain was in there.
It's
Right
not
in there.
orange.
What was that, Catherine?
It is not orange.
It's not orange, no. The part of the beak that's made out of bone is white. And then sometimes they have that orange, maybe is it skin? I don't know, that goes over the beak. So that's where the bird's brain was. The skull protects the brain. Yes, Wheeler, good job raising your hand. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, then I'm going to show you this part of the bone. The book talked about the outer part of the bone that's really hard, and then the inner part of the bone is a little bit softer in there. There's the inside of the bone. Let's see. Charles, good job raising your hand. Yeah, bird brains are tiny, right? Okay, below the skull is the spine or the backbone. It supports your body. It's made up of small bones called vertebrae. Vertebrae are strung on your spinal cord or a rope-like bundle of nerves, like beads on a necklace. In between vertebrae are cushions of cartilage. So here's the whole skeleton. There's the backbone or the spine. It's made up of a lot of different bones called vertebrae. So this is a spine or a backbone of a deer, but it's cool. You can see it has vertebrae right there. And then you can see right, do you see through it? There's a hole right through that goes all the way down the spine. You can see through it. That's where the spinal cord was. That's where the spinal cord is. The spinal cord is like a bundle of nerves and it attaches to your brain. And that's how your brain can tell your body what to do and how it wants it to move. So the spine is really important bone in our bodies, right? Because it protects our spinal cord and it's made up of vertebrae. Yes, Adeline, good job raising your hand. I can in just a minute. Sure, yes, Charles.
About your bird brain, that's actually a part. Actually, they're very, very smart.
Yes, isn't that funny? But there's like a bird brain joke, but they're actually really smart birds, right? Okay, and then this picture, you can see a lot of vertebrae right there in the spine. Your heart and lungs are oh, wonderful, Aya, that looks great. Let's see, Aya's showing us her skeleton. Very nice, Aya, looks fantastic. Wonderful work, okay. So your heart and your lungs are protected by your ribs. And this is called your rib cage. You have a lot of different ribs. They kind of look like a cage. And your rib cage is made of 12 pairs of ribs. Ribs are narrow bones that curve around from your spine to the front of your chest. Most ribs are attached to your breastbone. This allows them to move as you breathe. So let's look at this picture of ribs. There's the ribs right there. So ribs protect your heart and your lungs. You can actually feel your ribs. You can just feel them right there. You can feel your ribs. Those are the bones that protect your heart and your lungs. And I believe this is a rib bone from an animal, I think. Okay, it's kind of curved, and they go all right here, and they protect your heart and your lungs. So you have 12 pairs of rib bones.
Ribs.
Yes, and some people eat them. That's right, Catherine. Okay, and then we've got arm bones. And here's your hand bones. The 27 bones that make up your hand. Your fingers are made of bones called phalanges. And the 5 bones that make up your palm are called metacarpals. Lots of bones in your hand. Wow. And then we've got your leg bones. The biggest bone in your body is right here. That's your femur. And that is the bone that makes up your thigh right there in your legs, the top part of your legs. That's the biggest bone in your body called the femur. And then there's two bones that make up your shin. That's the fibula and tibia. That's your lower leg. I can't see. Those are your femurs. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna come around and help the kids in the classroom glue their bones in just a minute, but I wanna show you some skeletons before we start. You can guess what kind of animal they're from. This one's easy. What kind of animal is that?
Person, and they don't, are
That's a
people
human.
animals?
Yes, humans are animals. People are animals. We're
What in
mammals.
the world? What
I
the?
know, we're a type of mammal. So look, here's the ribs. There's the spine. Here's the skull. There's the femur. Those are those biggest bones in a human body. There's the femur. Okay, what about this one?
Oh, person.
That's another person, but now they're sideways. You can see their rib cage from the side.
Can I see
See?
the whole picture?
There we go. Woo, this is a tricky one. What about this? What do you think this is?
Dinosaur.
Yeah, you think it's a walrus? Yes, because look at those tusks. Wow,
I
look
thought
how
it was
big.
a type of dinosaur.
Yeah,
That
look how
was
big
a
the
really
wall.
tricky one.
Yes, okay, I'm gonna get everybody quiet so we can talk about this. Look how big the walrus rib cage is. Those ribs are way bigger than human ribs, aren't they? Okay, yes, Wheeler.
Do you know what I see that? Do you know what we can call like
What?
a tusk?
Oh, yeah, you could.
Because and walruses and walruses. Study a tusk. Did you know that? Did you know what? You know your feet are also attached from walking.
Miss Van Randy?
The last one are next.
Yes, 1 second, Aya. Yes, there's so many bones down here. We've read this book. So any of these, here are all the bones books, and then there's tons of bones. We're just doing these right now. Okay, I'll bring them over. Yes. I love how almost everyone has out their supplies and are working so hard. Oh, Olive, Adeline, Ford, and look at Vina, of course. Vina is such a great worker, and Wheeler, and Carl, and Harrison. Almost everyone is following directions. That's so exciting. Say thank you, Miss Blaine.
Who is it? He's not even
These
doing
are the hands.
Elliot? Why is Elliot not doing?
Oh, so Colin, now we just need to glue on. You can do great. Yeah, so these we need to, but it's not burnt. Yeah, we gotta glue on these here. There, glue those. That's what we glue on. Okay? Those being yours. Oh my gosh, that was wonderful, Harrison. We need some arm bones, though. Oops. These arm bones need to go here. Right there. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Sorry about that break. I was helping some kids in the classroom. What about this? What would this be? What do you think? Or Maybe an elephant?
An elephant?
There we go.
I don't know.
Yeah, what do you think this one would be? This one's kind of tricky. What do you think? Oh, Ellie thinks a zebra. Charles thinks a horse is a horse. What do you think
Yes, horse.
this one would be? Look at that tusk right there.
Ooh.
Yeah, you think it's a rhino? There's a rhinoceros. Oh, this one's interesting. Look at this. This is an interesting skeleton. Yeah, because look at its shell. Look at the shell of a turtle.
One was easy.
Whoa. This one's a little tricky.
A zebra?
I think this is the hardest one.
Zebra.
It's a camel. Look at that. So the camel's hump doesn't
I didn't
have any
really
bones.
see the hump because it was like
Yeah,
black and white.
Because the camel's hump doesn't have any bones. Catherine, your skeleton looks great. Okay, this one's a little tricky too.
I don't really know that one.
Look at those long legs
A
for
frog.
jumping. A frog. Yes. Okay, this one's a little tricky. I see a beak. Some kind of bird, you think? It's an owl. Okay. All right, everybody. We're going to keep working on our skeletons for a couple more minutes. I don't know what kind of owl. Maybe a snowy owl because it looked white. So I'm going to help the kids in the classroom finish up their skeletons, and y'all can keep working at home too.
Look at mine, Miss Randy.
Let's see. Who is that? Oh, very nice, Aya. Awesome. I know, it is tricky, isn't it? Y'all are doing great, though. Vito's wonderful. You can go put it in your red folder. Good, looks good so far, Ford. Wonderful.
And Randy, remember yesterday I made you this? Miss Randy? Miss Randy?
Yes, I am.
Remember yesterday I made you this?
I do that little drawing. Yes. All right, that was awesome, Harrison. You are ready to put it in your red folder and clean up? Look on the ground. I'll help you get organized. So we're gonna, let's see when you start. Might take a little break for a second. Yeah, we'll take a little break for a minute. Everybody, that was it for science today. And we are going to, if you're still working on your science in the classroom, that's okay. We're going to take a little break and go to PE. So everybody at home, we will end this Zoom because you're going to join the coach's Zoom for PE. All right. Bye, everybody. See you after PE.
Bye.